Here's something nobody tells you when you start a business. Coming up with the name is actually the easy part. The hard part, making sure you can legally use it. And honestly, this catches entrepreneurs off guard all the time because they get emotionally attached to a business name before they ever verify it. They buy the domain, they design the logo, they tell their friends and family, maybe they even launch social media accounts, and then one day they go to register the LLC and Tennessee says no, not because the name is identical, but because it's considered too similar to something already on record. And suddenly, everything has to change. Hi, my name is Bobby Casey. I'm the founder of BusinessAnywhere.io. I'm an international tax lawyer, and for more than 20 years, I've been helping entrepreneurs structure their companies properly, avoid costly mistakes, and build businesses on solid foundations. And today, we're going to talk about something that sounds simple, but is actually incredibly important if you're starting a business: how to perform a Tennessee business entity search. And more importantly, how to do it correctly so you avoid problems later. Now let's get one thing clear right away. A business entity search is not just a formality. It's not some little checkbox you click through during registration. This is one of the earliest legal filters your business goes through. And if you don't approach it properly, it can delay your formation, force a rebrand, or create legal headaches later. Now in Tennessee, business names are handled through the Secretary of State database. And the purpose of the search is straightforward. The state wants to make sure your business name is distinguishable from other registered entities. And that word, distinguishable, is really important because people often misunderstand what that means. They think, well, my name isn't the same, so I'm fine. Not necessarily. For example, let's say there's already a company called Volunteer State Marketing LLC, and you want to register Volunteer State Digital Marketing. To you, those may sound different enough, but to the state, that might still create confusion. And if it creates confusion, your filing could get rejected. So the goal here is not just avoiding exact duplicates. The goal is to avoid names that are commercially or legally too close. And that means you need to search strategically. Now, when you first open the Tennessee Business Search database, the biggest mistake people make is searching too narrowly. They type in the full exact business name, see no perfect match, and assume they're safe. That's not enough. You want to think more broadly than that. Let's say your planned business name is Smoky Mountain Creative Studio. Don't just search that exact phrase, search Smoky Mountain, then Creative Studio, then maybe even just Smoky. Why? Because similar names can appear in ways you didn't originally think about. And the broader your search, the better your understanding of potential conflicts. Now, once results start showing up, this is where you slow down. Don't rush through this part. Actually, study the results carefully. Look at the wording, look at the structure, look at recurring phrases, because sometimes similarity is subtle, and sometimes the issue isn't visual, it's phonetic. Two names may sound almost identical when spoken aloud, even if they're spelled slightly differently. And states absolutely pay attention to that. Now, something else you'll notice. Not every entity in the database is active. Some businesses are dissolved, some are inactive, some may have expired. And here's where people make another dangerous assumption. They assume inactive means available. That's not always true. Even dissolved entities can sometimes affect name availability. There may be waiting periods or restrictions. So if you see a name close to yours, even if the company isn't active anymore, treat that seriously because you don't want to build an entire brand around an assumption. Now, let's talk briefly about Tennessee naming requirements because availability is only part of the equation. Your business name also needs to comply with state rules. For example, if you're forming an LLC, your name generally needs to include LLC or limited liability company. If it's a corporation, you'll typically need Inc. or corporation. And then there are restricted words. Terms like bank, insurance, trust, or professional designations may require additional licensing or approval. So even if your name is available, the state can still reject it if it violates naming rules. Now, honestly, this is where entrepreneurs should stop thinking only legally and start thinking strategically because your business name is not just a filing requirement. It's part of your long-term identity. It's branding, it's marketing, it's recognition. And this is where a lot of people accidentally trap themselves. For example, someone launches a business called Nashville TikTok Ads Experts LLC. Maybe that makes sense today. But what happens later if they expand beyond TikTok or beyond Nashville? Now, the name limits the brand. So while you're checking availability, you also want to think about flexibility. Will this business name still make sense years from now? Because changing names later becomes exponentially harder once customers know you. Now, another thing people often overlook is digital consistency. Let's say your Tennessee business name is available. That's great. But what about the domain name, Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn, TikTok, trademark conflicts? Because ideally, you want consistency everywhere. You don't want your LLC name to be one thing. Your website is slightly different, and your social handles completely unrelated. That creates friction, and friction slows down trust. Once you've confirmed the name is available and compliant and strategically strong, then you can move forward with registration. And honestly, at that point, the rest of the process becomes much smoother because now you're building on a stable foundation instead of gambling on assumptions. Now, let me tell you one of the most painful situations I see entrepreneurs go through. They skip the search entirely, or they do a lazy 5-second search. Then they spend weeks building the website, the logo, the marketing, the content, only to find out later there's a naming conflict. Now they're forced into one of two terrible options: fight for the name or completely rebrand, and both are expensive, not just financially, but psychologically, because people become emotionally attached to business names. That's why prevention matters so much here. So even though a Tennessee business entity search sounds boring, honestly, it's one of the highest ROI tasks you can do at the beginning of your business journey, because getting the foundation right early makes everything easier later. If we bring all of this together, a Tennessee business entity search is about far more than checking a database. It's about protecting your future brand. You want to search broadly, look for similarities, understand naming requirements, think about branding, think about flexibility, and think long-term. Because smart businesses aren't built on shortcuts. They're built on good decisions made early. And if you want help with this process, whether it's checking business name availability, registering your LLC, handling compliance, or structuring your company properly from day one, that's exactly what we do. Through our Digital Nomad Kit, we help entrepreneurs with company formation, registered agent services, bookkeeping, compliance, and personalized support to make sure your business is built correctly from the beginning. You can find more information in the links below, and just remember, the businesses that grow the strongest usually start with the smartest foundations. Hope this video helps you, and I'll see you in the next video.